What's good? What's good, man? Thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all should definitely be up by now, but I still say rise and grind. Be intentional with your day. Live with a purpose. Be nice. Make sure that you make somebody smile, man. It's life is short. We already know that. So we seen how much time flew by. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy every moment that you can. For those who are in the youth football realm, you know what I'm saying? Time is limited, bro. Enjoy it. Let's enjoy the whole process. For the parents that's out there, let them kids have fun. It ain't about you. And this is what I'm experiencing, now that up is down, down is up. You know what I'm saying? Instead of it being about the kids, it's now about the adults. So we want to change that. We want to change it back to its proper place. Hey, T Street was good. Uh Young D was good. Faith Family Football was good. But it's time to change everything back to the way it's supposed to be, which is about the kids. That's what I'm centered in. Kevin Brewster was good. Not much, man. Just talking a little football, man, and little brief recap of last night. I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm a little confused. I'm a little disturbed. I'm a little disappointed, and I just don't understand why do people do things the way that they do. And I'm gonna just be fairly honest. It's definitely a testament to why our demographic is not successful. We put feelings over business instead of business first, and you see it's leading to a lot of destructive situations. You feel what I'm saying? Thibodeau, what's up? He says Ken was good. Kevin says, I'm big confused for sure. I am too. For a youth football game. If it's high school, it wouldn't have been, hey man, we don't like y'all high school fields. Cause I've seen some raggedy high school fields. You know what I'm saying? He says, I think they came to a conclusion. What's the conclusion? They don't want to play each other? I don't know. Other than that, bro, if them kids don't tell me they ain't want to play, bro, I ain't accepting none of it. I don't care. Like, ain't nobody big to me, bro. Ain't nobody big to me. Nobody. Like I say, I got a partner, few partners, made over $100 million contracts. And I still look at them the same. So I don't look at people the way that people think that we should look at people, bro. You're a coach, good. You do some great, amazing things. It's supposed to be for the kids. All right, cool. Bam, we good. You know, um, but there shouldn't be politics, and that's what I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? He says, call in. I didn't even set the thing up. Hold on, I can set it up real quick. Well, I think I can. I think I got to set it up before I start, so I'm not even sure. But nah, man, because the thing about it is, all of the stuff that we heard about, and all the complaints and all this other stuff. If that same field was presented at YNC, there would be zero statement problems. You know what I'm saying? He said Sylvester says he said it sounds like it's definitely all about him, over there. But nah, bro, it's gonna take a hit at that brand. At one point, it has some invincibility to it. But we'll see. Xavier says youth football is not for the youth anymore. It seems like, but that's what I'm saying. See, I'm embedded, and my ties is with these young kids. They don't know no better. So when I'm out here fighting and having these conversations, like Kevin Brewster said that I mentioned in the beginning, hashtag just play the damn game, you know, I'm rooting in the kids. You're not about to sit there and you know, these kids pay for a specific thing. They pay registration for a specific thing, which is to play games. Okay? That's what it is. He said, "Kid, ain't no way YNC playing on a field like that. Man, they didn't play it on worse fields. That field is equivalent to a couple of them fields at YNC. What are you talking about? Listen, bruh. Listen. I'm gonna say this, Young Dip. I don't know who you with, but I can assure you, you have ties with Red Breeze. Because that's the only one who can't seem to see that, hey, bro, that's a field. In fact, I had about 4-5 people ask me to go to the field to record. I just might do that. I just might go to the field and record, right? I can do a live in real time, and then we can see, you know, what it is. But the concerns are legit, but I just don't think that is accurate. So that's the whole thing. You feel what I'm saying? And when it comes to these kids, like I say, I always hate the idea, right? He said, yeah, we didn't have some bad fields at YNC. Hey, T Street, I'm gonna ask you a question. Could you name me one park that's worse than Hurt Road Park? That's what I want to know. That's the question. Name me one park that's worse than Hurt Road. Because I seen plenty of games. I have plenty of games that was on Hurt Road where elite games were played. So, you know, a lot of this stuff, I'm not buying. But one thing I can say is that I had a lot of people call me and saying to me, bro, I've never seen this type of in this I've never seen this in this type of individual, you know, and I don't like it. But I'm gonna tell you this, bro. The tables always turns. I mean, that's just life. It's inevitable. The tables always turn, right? And with all of this, the antics and stuff like that, what's gonna happen is people are gonna get turned off, not gonna ever want to play a game. You can't get games. And then somebody sent me a message saying, listen, bro, this, yeah, at Cobb, Hurt Road. Name me one that's what name me what one worse than Hurt Road, especially when it rains. But I've had people come to my DM and say, look, man, like I don't even want to play versus this part. At one point, I just wanted to play versus them to say that we play. I don't even want to play no more. That's how turned off so many people are. You know what I'm saying? For what? For what? You know, I don't get it. All I'm trying to do is help people and save people from themselves. That's it, bro. I ain't got no horse in the race. I don't care who win, who lose, draw. Only thing that I want is the opportunity to see great games, bro. But this is why when I heard people complain and say things, I'm starting to see some of it, you know, and yeah, it just don't make a lick of sense, man. So we do got some other good games. We got Frankfurt Chargers versus the Rare Breed, which should be a good one. Both champions, one AYF, the other one YNC. Now I believe Frankfurt is undefeated as well as Rare Breed. So you know it's gonna be the battle of who take cares of the ball. And so Coach Drew and all them, bro, they come to win. So I'm looking forward to seeing that game. And then I looked at the bracket for the Northern Hospitality. Man, they got some smoke there. You know, it's a lot of smoke everywhere. You feel me? Now said he says YNC on a soccer field is crazy, and folks want to talk about safety. He says let's talk about kids playing full pads in peak summer heat. He says that stuff ain't safe, man, bro. Stuff got to be convenient. That's all it is. It got to be convenient for one party. You know, that's what it is. Justin Tab says, come on out and watch 10th Street and Voodoo. Hey, bro, I damn near think I might. But you know, it depends on how Coach Cal set his schedule up. You know, I would love to come get that game, you know, because I haven't had a chance to really see 10th Street in person. So that's a game that I would love to come watch. Now, if I'm available, and then depending on the time frames, I just might be there, bruh. Just might. So you know, we'll get a chance, probably get a chance to see 10th Street, but I know we're gonna for sure be at the So Icy event. You know what I'm saying? And that's the other thing that I'm doing for Coach Cal, bro. Coach Cal is doing some stuff that I pretty much want to support. I want to support that young man. He trying to do something, you know. But I do get it. Presentation is everything. And that's why, you know, I was also talking to coach, but you know, some people don't get it. I guess some people gotta feel it. But the only thing I know, bro, tables always turn. It always does. You know, and that's why I try to root myself in being moral, integrity, right? Letting it be about the kids. Because I don't want when the tables to turn for me to be at the mercy of somebody else and me basically giving them antics and all this other stuff. I don't want to be that. And if the tables turn, I want it to be them showing the same amount of grace that I'm trying to show to them. That's how that's how I live my life, bro. So when people say that, hey man, you know, I'm emotional. I say, what the fuck? Like, no, I'm not emotional. I'm very passionate and I'm very serious about these kids having the best experiences, not being a political type of game, you know, or used as some type of middleman, right? Understanding, oh yeah, I know they want them kids to play. So let me go ahead and put my bid in and let me say this, so they can, you know, pretty much break and succumb to what I want. No, that's not how we're gonna do this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna allow coach to do it his way, and then we're gonna live with the results. Now, if it could have been better, because the thing about Coach Cal is that I know if Coach Mark said that he want to do something right, Coach Cal is the type of person that returns favors. That's the type of person that he is. So if he want to do it at his event, let him do it at his event. If Coach Mark want to double back and do it at his event, I promise you, Coach Cal will return the favor. He says, y'all stop saying youth football just for kids. He says, as long as I have been a part of it, there has been parents, coaches, kids, medias, ref, etc. Kids are the reason why we do it. He says, but it's not just about the kids. Hey, bruh, DeMarcus, in my estimation, where I'm rooted, it's just about the kids. It is just about the kids. An adult is old enough to understand that kids need guidance. It's about the kids. It's about the kids. It's just about the kids. Who else is about? It's not about the parents. It's not about the coaches. It's not about the refs. It's about the experiences for these kids, bro. So I'm not sure if you meant that to say like, if it's, I don't know how you word it, but to me, 100% about the kids. Football is supposed to be used to help discipline, to help motivate, to help bring guidance, to help bring understanding, to help bring balance, to help bring perseverance, to help defy um, um, situations, right? The odds, to help overcome the odds, right? To help this person um, resolve conflict, to help push yourself over, the limits, right? That you thought that you wasn't able to do, right? Motivation, inspiration, all that. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Football has taught so many people life lessons. Okay? Football is a game of life. That's what it is. It ain't about none of these kids or palms or nobody's chessboard. And some people don't like my takes, but guess what? Long as it get the results that's needed, I don't care. I'm gonna be fairly honest with you. That's why, with people they try to say, oh man, you like this team, you like that team, you like this team. Man, I don't care what team win. Both of them got kids on there. And guess who I care about? The kids. But guess who I criticize when the kids are not being put in the best position, right? To play to their full potential. I blame the coaches. Feel what I'm saying? Hey, I don't know if that's somebody else calling, but the market says so. Are you saying everyone involved to get these kids ready to have anything to do with youth football? So are you saying everyone involved uh to get these kids ready to have anything to do with youth football? Yes, I am saying that. I'm saying that I'm saying that as an adult, you should be wise enough to understand that it's not about you, bro. That I'm going to do it because I want to give this little guy the best chance at life. I want to give this guy the experience of a lifetime. I want to help this guy understand how to maneuver in society without actually unaliving somebody, right? Know how to resolve conflict. Yes, I am saying it's not about the coaches. It's not about them. We appreciate you. I'm saying this. It's not about me. Guess what? When I say something, I say subscribe to this channel. Guess what I'm telling you it is for? It's for the future of these kids. This is not about me. This is why I'm able to have Micah. I'm able to have Fanatic, right? Sometimes other folks, I can let them take over because guess what? I just created the platform. I'm just building the platform. It's not about me. Okay? It's not. So that's the problem. We're in a all about me society. I want recognition. I want credit. I want this. I want that. No, it ain't about me. It ain't about you. And if there's other kids that's involved, yes, it's about the other kids too because it creates leadership. But I'm saying, far as an adult, no, it's not about you. 100%. I stand on that. Hey, Money Muscle Entertainment was good. Trayvon, he said, damn, I got busy. He said, but I'll be on tonight. All right, it's all good, bro. It said it's bigger than football. That's what it is, Milton. It's definitely bigger than football. People think, oh, you building this platform. Listen, without these kids, what would this platform be? Without the adults at this point, yes, you guys matter because you are the leaders and the providers, to this channel. It matters. It matters on that football field. It don't matter. Y'all don't matter unless you just teaching the game, but it's not about you. Now let me rephrase this. You guys matter, but it's not about you. That's what I'm gonna say. You guys definitely matter, but it's not about you. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what it is. He says it's to hit in the South to be playing. It's too hot in the South to be playing football, Ken. He says that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just say, well, it hasn't been the past 2 weeks. It hasn't been that hot though. He says once money get in the mix, he says ain't no loyalty no more. Hey, shout out to Now, man. Hold on. Say it again. Once money gets in the mix, ain't no loyalty no more. I'm gonna tell you this. That don't apply to me, bro. I'm gonna tell you this. That definitely don't apply to me. People have offered me a lot of money, and I don't take it. I know that wasn't for me, but that's for most. And he's right. And it's sad. He says, so are you saying these folks not taking care of these kids? He says, I don't understand. I've seen 1,000 coaches do exactly what you just said. I'm not saying that, bro. I'm saying that as an adult, we supposed to take care of these kids. I'm not doing nothing special. I'm doing what I feel like I supposed to be doing. I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, which is what? Looking for different ways to help these kids get exposure. I don't care if you was in the NFL. I don't care if you played in the NBA. I don't care whatever professional sport that you played in. I don't care if you're a rapper. I don't care if you're a singer. Okay? Our job, our duty is to reach back to these kids to guide them. You see what happened to kids that goes unguided, that have no structure, that have zero guidance at all, right? We know where they at. We know how they are to society. We know that they feel love deprived. We understand this. So as an adult, to even look for some type of praise or consideration, bro, that speaks to insecurity within you. When was one time that I said, hey, man, y'all, hey, listen, man, listen, it's about me. It's not. I think that's why people rock with me, because it's not about me, bro. I don't show that. So yes, there are coaches like Coach G that are helping these kids out tremendously. Shout out to 1K. Shout out to them. Support them. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of coaches out there, but there's also a lot of coaches that's not doing it for their own personal gain. They're doing it because they want to teach you about the actual sport and how to use what is being taught to you in a sport and apply it to real life. That's what coaching is. Coaching is, yes, X's and O's, that's a big part. But coaches is saying, how do I teach you how to take constructive criticism? How do I teach you how to accept defeat without quitting? How do I teach you to understand that things are going to get hard, but long as you continue to move, that you will overcome that? Also, that you need more than just yourself. You need a team, right, to win a game that has a common goal. These are the lessons that you need to teach. And then also, if somebody does something to you, sometimes it's the best thing is to learn how to walk away. If somebody ain't threaten you or put their hands on you, learn how to walk away. These are things that football teach you. And as an adult, I don't think that you need to be praised for doing that. Is my point. I commend you for doing it. Taking the time out to be selfless. But you know, Nikisha said, she said you should be involved with coaching, mentoring, etc., to make a difference in these kids' life. Says not personal gain, ego, or self-gratification. There are some kids who need the program and influence because home ain't where it's at. It's a relief for them. Exactly. Oh, my bad. My thing. I cut my thing off. Yoshi, get out of here with that, bro. I've been trying to let you live, bro. I ain't been saying nothing to you about nothing. You are a non-rule abiding by person, bro. Okay? You want to play against certain people at an advantage. You're saying because I'm telling you to abide by a rule that somehow I'm not about the kids. I'm still telling the kid to go to the next age. How is that not caring about him? How is that? Please help me. You want me to be okay with you not abiding by rules that everybody else is abiding by. Come on, bro. You sound silly, bro. You are saying it's about the kids, but want teams to cut certain kids. Yeah, the kid that don't meet the requirements of the nationals are the teams that you want to play against. Yes, we are saying that. Okay. You are a 12U team now, according to the standards. Okay. Because if you wasn't, you would be in the rankings. He said, so adults can watch a game. He said they want to watch. Let's make it make sense. Now you make it make sense. Why are you trying to play and buck the system? And why are you trying to go against rules? Why are you trying to go against rules? Why do you feel like you are above the rule? And a player that you keep advocating for, which is the older kid, is the one that's doing all of your dirty work. But the age don't matter. Come on, Yoshi. Make it make sense. See, I ain't said nothing about Yoshi. I ain't said nothing about them, bro. But I'm starting to believe what them folks saying. You just want to be out there. I don't know what it is. Cause I ain't said nothing about Brick City, bro. I ain't been thinking about Brick City. You know what I'm saying? I have not been thinking about them, bro. I've been trying to give other people they shine, bro. That's it. Um, Yoshi, he said, follow rules, says don't teach kids to try and do something. Thank you, bro. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Let me read it again. He's saying follow rules. Don't teach kids to try to do something, but change the rules. Crazy man. Follow the rules. What's so hard about that, Yoshi? Says I have never coached for me. I have coached to change the narrative and make a difference, right? For these kids. He says life. It's about being a role model. Thank you, Milton. That's what it's about, bro. That's all it's about. Of being a role model, compromising, understanding, you know. Hey, 1 second. So yeah, but no, that's what it's about. It ain't about it is about being a role model. And since Yoshi want to say you not being a role model, because that's not gonna be how life work. You don't meet a standard, so you gonna buck the system. That's how a lot of people are incarcerated, bro. Now you may think that it's small, but the message that you're giving is not. Says we follow our league rules. Yeah, but you want to play other teams, bro. He said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "Our league." Well, stay in your league, bro. That's all. That's it. Problem solved. Stay in your league and play those people that's your age. Problem solved. Problem solved. But that's not what you're trying to do. You're trying to play other teams that you are not really qualified to play. So far, you haven't played a legit game yet. You don't have a legit game versus Bugatti. You don't have a legit game versus SED. You don't have a legit game. It says turn a boy into a man. That's facts. This is Coach Ravon. He says we do. You people get mad. They can't get this motion, bro. Ain't nobody, bro. Y'all claim to fame, bro. Is calling Voodoo out, but not really want to play, bro. That's y'all claim to fame. Says Yoshi Blend. See what I'm saying? Says kid now. They finna make me get on. Hey man, come on, bro. Come on. Uh, what do you say, Trevon? He says, but want to thank you for helping us by watching and helping our last 3 games over Kate. Nick, that's what Yoshi about. That's what he care about. That what you care about. All you care about is views. I had this amount of views. Bro, you know how many views I get, bro? And I care about only for the simple fact that in the future I can bring recruiters on to put these kids in front of, but you care about views, bro. Who cares? Who cares? Who care about views? But I can guarantee you that y'all play without number 2, y'all lose bad to SED. I can say that. I can say if the ref wasn't calling favorable calls for y'all, y'all would have lost that damn game. They didn't call 2 touchdowns back on them folks. Now let's be real. DeMarcus Crowley says, "What do you mean these folks shouldn't get praised?" He said they actually doing what some of these kids' fathers should be doing. He says, and if you say it's for the future of the kids, how is it not special, my guy? It's not special because I feel like, first of all, DeMarcus, I'm in that situation. When people tell me ah man, you know, hey man, you doing something special. It's to me, it's almost like a person telling me, oh man, bro, I commend you. Hey man, for taking care of your kid, for being a real man. I say, bro, don't praise me, dog. I say, bro, I ain't doing nothing special. I'm just only doing what I supposed to do, bro. Don't give me credit and don't make it seem like it's an abnormal thing because, especially in Atlanta, I've seen more men taking care of their kid than I have anywhere else. That's a new norm for me. Despite people saying, oh man, these people ain't taking care of their kids. That's not true. When I take my daughter to some of these cheerleading things, I see fathers. We're not praising them. We're not praising them because that's what you're supposed to do. You want credit for something that you should be doing. I should be helping young men. In fact, I had a young man who couldn't read. He obviously know how to write, but the man didn't know what an equal sign was, didn't know what a plus sign was, didn't know what none of that was. Now he didn't know how to do subtraction, division, addition, or multiplication. Now, within 6 months, I got that young man, doing all that, bro. But I'm not bragging. It was what I was supposed to do. You heard of the term, each one teach one. Each person teach somebody. We don't get praised for it, bro. That's it. And the fact that we looking, he's my coach never looked for being praised. And this man will give me the shirt off his back. He have done a lot of stuff for me. But he wasn't looking for praise. The reward that you gave him, right? The reward that you gave him was not going to prison, not going to jail, right? Trying to become something of yourself. That was the reward for him. That was his reward. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's crazy. He says crazy part is number 2 won't see the big stage at YNC because Brick holding him from that. And that's selfish. That's hella selfish. Hey man, I want you to come and play on my team in the league. You ain't gonna be able to play nationals though, you know, but you can go to a team and help that team possibly become to the nationals. You know what I'm saying? He says, but he said, let the boy go so he can play his right age group. Yes. Again, if the adults will abide by the rules, then you teach them the way of the world. He said, in life, she said, in life, there's rules, regulations with everything. Exactly. If age didn't matter, why not play 12U? So then kids can go nationals. She don't matter, right? I think even say he, I'm not sure. What team your little man play on? Nah, my kid don't play. He too young. Mine's is too young. Uh, it's at Eagles, Georgia Eagles. Yeah, that man old enough to play for the Georgia Eagles. He said Yoshi sound like he cool with dudes competing in girl sports, uh, just because they allow it. But look, Avery, you said that he seemed like he'd be cute, cool, right? Playing in the girl sport if they allow it. The part is they don't really allow it. It's just that, hey, buck the system, and then act like I'm doing something special. Not doing nothing special, bruh. Says, yeah, two of my boys play there. Said Avery says, please log off. That is funny as hell. I T3 he says, good team. He says, that left tackle look. That left tackle looked like a varsity football player, bro. Said, but he got a 1,000K views, Ken. Hey, Amy, you know I don't care about no views. Fanatic just told Coach Mark that yesterday. Bro, we don't care about nobody's money. We don't care about nobody's views. Okay, congratulations. I didn't seen that 10 times over. Okay. All right. I got that on one video in 3 months. I mean, less than a month. Okay, don't mean nothing. It says Ken. He says you would be making a great point if those teams weren't playing teams that are a year older. He said I would be making a great point if those teams weren't playing teams a year older. Hey, now here's the thing. Now let me see if I can get you to understand this. Okay, let me ask you a question. If nobody wants to play versus you, if leagues are saying you can't play in this age group, which is what's happening to Voodoo, right? You got teams, you got teams that are saying, I'm not playing in the league. You see what just happened to Bessemer. You had Glenn, what is it? The Speed Demons and so many other teams. When Bessemer got in the lead, all of a sudden they pulled out. So what do you do if nobody is willing to play you? Voodoo in them need games. So they play older teams. Okay. But also, that means if they lose to a team, they lost to an older team. That does that they didn't lose to nobody in their rightful age group. What they're saying to y'all that you guys are, if you guys would have said, hey, we are a 12U team, properly identifying yourself, right? By the standards of the national rules that he plays by. If you would have said, hey man, I know that in our league we considered 10U, right? At the time. I'm gonna just say 11U now, since y'all 11U. In our league, we are considered 11U. But the way that when we play y'all, we will have to address ourselves as a 12U team according to y'all rules. Because when we play y'all, we're going to play on national rules. Now, had they said that instead of saying, "Oh no, we just 10U," I mean, we just 11U, bro, they would have had the game. That man told you that basically they are false identifying their age group. They abide by they Florida league. According to uh um Coach Batman and them, they are playing under the grounds of their league, their national rules. So therefore, that means what? When you play me, you play by my standards, my national rules. So, according to my national rules, you guys are a 12U team. Now, you're not identifying yourself as a 12U team. If you say, I am a 12U team, we play y'all with no problem. Okay. If we win, lose, or draw, we lost to an older team. That's how it's supposed. That's how they wanted it to present it. but y'all unwilling. Y'all saying that y'all older. I mean that y'all are loving you, but y'all think that the world's supposed to bend to y'all league rules, and that's not even how it works. He says, I brought him over with me. He says that was my left tackle. Um, he says when I was at the BMF team, he says, but we never reached the next level with that team. Justin Tabb said, ain't made a dollar off them views. Hey, hey, man, hey, he happy about them views, bro. That's all that mattered to him, I guess. Cause this man always talking about, man, we had 5,000 people at the, or we had 10,000 people. Oh, we had 100,000 views. Like, okay, all right. So it's safe to say, Yoshi, you are moved by views. It's safe to say that. He said he need to get a deal with Madden, Miguel. He says my maybe Gronk Daddy get him on like Baby Gronk. We said y'all boys look good. I gotta roll with my DEA boys. Said, but y'all got some high school size type kids to go with those athletes. To go do it, bro. You talk about Georgia Eagles, and then people making it seem like I'm out of pocket for asking them to play versus Georgia Eagles, and that's your rightful age, bro. That's crazy to me. It says so we really not getting the rare versus spicy game. Man, that's crazy. I don't know. He said that's our job as fathers. No need to praise us. Exactly, Kevin. Ain't no need for praise. You don't praise me for being a father. I'm doing what I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I don't need no credit. Says only grown men will understand. Ken, she says that's why they confuse. Ooh, sheesh. Lowe says she Mayweather can't read. He said that man can cash a check though. Now, I mean, I feel it. I feel it. The tree says now tell right to play the game. Shout out to Tabby. Straight facts. Demarcus Crawley says, why not praise every other culture does it without a doubt. Who? He says, why take away from it and all we hear is negativity. Says, and we don't have to coach, bro. Hey, listen. Why would you ever coach if your purpose isn't to help the kids? Why do you need to be praised to be coach? That's the biggest thing that I want to. That's the biggest questions that I want to ask. Why do you need to be praised for coaching? Because I'm gonna tell you this: if I was looking for praise, I would have been quit. I don't get like I literally don't get praise. Sometimes I barely get a thank you for what you do. But guess what? It ain't about getting praise. It's about the young man having some sort of guidance. Or they want to play football, right? They want to play football. And I got a camera. I know how to film. So let me help a little bit with the exposure. And I'll get them some exposure. I'm doing my part. I'm doing everything that I can to ensure that they get some exposure. And then in the process, that's why I say, bring these babies to me, right? I'm going to teach them. I want to teach them. Listen, Don't settle for nothing. You don't need you don't need some of these folks as much as they need you. So leverage that. See, a lot of times these NBA players, NFL players, and all that stuff, they take raw deals because they don't know no better. The Golden State will never make probably they will never make a 100 million if they didn't have a Stephen Curry selling a whole bunch of seats. People come to see him. I have never seen nobody come to see an owner. But people that need to be praised, I don't know, might think a little different. I don't know. He said number two was on Brick before they were any national talks. Okay. Okay. All right, Chris. He said his father is very well informed and made his choice about where he will play. Listen, he was only playing in their league where it was accepted. So, of course, he played in his league where it was accepted. In his league, it's still accepted. So that's that. Says y'all been talking about that age joint for a while. Hey man, I don't care to talk about it. It's just Yoshi get on here and act like he doing something special because he's trying to buck the rules. That's it. Says it's always been a great vibe. Shout out to Latrice, man. Appreciate her. Now says Curry wasn't. He said wasn't that where y'all. He said where y'all played Georgia Falcons. He says last year. Greg says, Ken, you got to stop giving Yoshi Brick the attention that he clearly seeks. Says and getting sad. Yeah, yeah. That's the last time I'm addressing Yoshi, man. Unless he come on here, because I'm tired of checkmating him. Says, dude, them 12U teams, not saying they the best 11U neither. Right. That's why that's exactly what I'm saying. That Matt Miguel says, "Can you please help Yoshi Blend get his marketing deal?" He says, "Them twins ain't showing him how to do it the right way." Christopher says, "So in other words, they don't want a loss against a team in their age bracket, correct?" Well, yeah, they don't want a loss to somebody who falsely identifying themselves. Yes, that's correct. So you got a problem with that too, Chris? Says yes, sir. He said in the game was lit. Says and let's not forget the year before when we played ATL Elite. It was standing room only, and the vibes was unmatched. Says real park vibes. City had a great time at both games, and that's the thing, Detrice. And Zay set a standard. People love the park vibes. People love those vibes. I'm telling you, I swear to God, I'm not gonna even lie to you. When I was at Zay Born Chasers event when DMVU was out here, I felt like I was at home. I felt like I was at a barbecue. I felt like it was just great family type vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like I actually enjoyed myself. I was talking to a bunch of people, like I really enjoyed that. So when Coach Cal is saying like, "Hey, I want those park vibes. I love those park vibes." I understand. I definitely understand. That's why I'm like, it's about him. You know what I'm saying? it's like it's unmatched. The energy. Them folks went home enjoying themselves. Everybody was, was happy. Like that's what I don't mind that. I don't mind that. So you should have been there. It says definitely was one of the memory books that for sure. He said I seen a dog eat stuff, get a million ticks, TikTok view. Hey, for real. He said, Fanatic says, he said, I hate that coaching is thankless job, right? Says it's the difference between taking care of your kids and taking care of someone else's. Hey, nah. That's cool, right? But what I'm saying is that shouldn't be your purpose. Because when that's your purpose, situations like what's going on now is happening where coaches making it about them and not the kids. I'm saying be selfless enough to be rooted within your purpose. The purpose is not for people to uh it's not for people to just get praise. Now, I mean, it's nice to be praised, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, to be looking for it, to do everything to get it, to make things about you, and that's a problem. He said, don't need praise, but a thank you. Yeah, a thank you goes a long way for sure. That's why I say I don't even get it. I rarely get a thank you. You know what I'm saying? Says, why do we need Mother's Day? Why do we need Father's Day? To show appreciation and gratitude. Well, that ain't why they got it, bruh. That's not why they got it. Them folk got it. They want to get you in that store. That's why they got it. He said, I think he chose the wrong words since we are volunteers, right? We don't need to be praised. But it do need some respect given for sure. 100% definitely needs some respect given and appreciation. Says those parents will use and abuse you and make you not want to coach because you can't make everyone happy. Says, but it ain't about the coaches, it's about the kids for sure. And that's all I'm saying. Well put, bro. Says some coaches are really father figures to kids that don't have that in their life. So yes, some coaches need praise. Nah, I'm still not looking for praise. Says in recognition, right, for what they do for the community. Appreciation. Says shit. I seen people come to the games to see Bill, even get shirts made. Said no comparable and owner is appreciated with billions of dollars. Says most youth football coach only lose money. He says, yo, hit that like button. Desmond Maxwell say, I'm trying to find out where Brick City team mom at. Says with the hat. Damn. You on your own, Desmond. Says Park Vibes was lit. Christopher Jarrett says, how do you say the league identified the age? It says says then call it a false identification. How do you say the league identifies the age? Oh my God, bro. I swear to God. Bro, it's like you purposely try not to understand. Listen, bro. Listen, Chris. The league says they are 5-1. Cool. You play 5-1. You got your 5-1s. You are legit in your league. Okay, are we clear on that? Okay? Because I didn't call the league false identification. I call false identification of them trying to play in a league that they are too old to play in, or a nationals that they are too old to play in. Am I making sense now? So by playing teams that are at a certain age limit that is outside of your league, right? When you play those teams and you play those teams at their rules, it is false identification of your age because you're playing a national rule. Ask them folks when they played them rules, what did they play under? Did they play national rules? If they say no, then I'll be quiet. But if they played under national rules, guess what? They league don't have a national. So who rules would that be under, Chris? It would be under YNC national rules. So again, to say that according to national rules, YNCs, which is 7-1, that means them calling themselves 11U, that's false identification. You're not 11U, you are 12U. Now, am I making sense? Crowd, please, for the people that's in here, if I'm making sense, please put a yes. Please, just for the sake, please put a yes if I'm making sense. Just so my guy Christopher Jarrett can see it. If I just made sense, please put a yes or a one. You can just type a one. Keisha said, I've heard it all now. Folks talking about what field they play on. Man, Keisha, man. That's crazy work, right? Um, and I want to ask you, Keisha, when you doing what you doing, do you expect it to get praise? Are you looking for praise? Or are you making it about what the kids and trying to get them the best experience? Because this is somebody who's a part of the board of his league and he's a coach. So hey Keisha, let me know. I just want to see if I'm tripping. Uh Tabby says if a coach is in it for praise, then obviously they are in it for the wrong reasons. I love giving coaches praises since they do this as volunteers. They don't get paid for the countless practice days, game days, traveling state to state for tournaments, the money they take out of their pockets to help the kids chase their dreams for being a father figure, right? To kids who don't have who don't I'm sorry, who don't have that in their life. Great job, to all the real stand-up coaches. Yeah. And that's really what it's about. It's a difference between me saying, he said, just go to the next one. I'm just reading y'all stuff, bro. But no, I'm saying it's a difference between getting praise, for what you do versus wanting to get praise for what you do. It's a difference. So just let them be lost. All right. So yes. Christopher said Brick City has never tried. All right, bro. I'm done with you. All right, Chris. You see all these yeses, bro. All these yeses. Said Brick has never tried to play in a national tournament with a 5-1 kid. Exhibition and showcase are not the national tournament section. They just all right. You got it. Said I don't look for praise at all, bro. Said that was about Brick. You know what I'm saying? He said just skip over the comments. He said don't want to understand. Yeah, that's what I'm taking from it. He don't want to understand. But nah, bro, we definitely got to get these games, bro. And the reason why I feel like we got to get this game, if he want to move like that afterwards, bro, then it is. Keisha says, I do it for the love of the kids and play my part in helping with their development, right? He says it's steps to get the kid to the next level. Do your part at the level to prepare them for the next level. Hopefully, the coaches after you keep the same focus. Yes. that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's my hour, man. You know, I spent this whole time um talking about subjects that I felt like we shouldn't be talking about. But hey, man, real men understand real men, bro. You know, and some people it's gonna take them a minute to grow up, you know, and that's just where we at with it. Like I say, man, I get rooted in the kids. That's why I'm able to continue to be the way I am, man. You know, like when I see situations like this, like you got somebody in here who plays. I don't think that he would have a problem playing at Kawani if they got some good bump there. So it's not about that, bro. I think that somebody don't want to play because they play at the Nationals. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to play twice. So it is what it is. But that's all I got, man. I'll be back on live tonight. And you know, we got a lot to talk about. So I wanted to say some of them subjects for later on. But man, y'all be easy. Y'all be blessed. I appreciate y'all for tuning in.